Gas system test okay.
20 years ago,
069er.
from this very runway,
110.3 for the localizer.
a plane, much like the one being flown last week by the 962nd Airborne Air Control Squadron,
It's old, but it works.
call sign Yukla 27, hit a flock of geese and crashed on takeoff, killing all 24 aboard.
The geese were ingested in the left two engines and it crashed. Aviator sunglasses.
Today, the unit's commander, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Gonzalez,
Popular back in the day.
said he didn't know any of the men aboard Yukla 27, but he knows all too well the effect of their sacrifice.
For a lot of years after the crash, we would go out to the wreckage and you would still find pieces of the airplane. I've got a piece of the airplane in my office that's kept on a shelf, and some of the personal effects.
Those pieces soon to be put inside a time capsule that will be buried at the crash memorial site on Joint Base Elemendorf-Richardson.
Yeah, I'm getting a little emotional just looking through this stuff here now.
All right, so comm never reduced.
Meanwhile, outside,
Check set pilot.
pilots and crew prepare their E-3 Airborne Warning and Control System aircraft for a training mission.
It's a four-position flight deck. Flight engineer, we've got a navigator, and then a pilot and a co-pilot.
And even after 20 years, the ill-fated flight, the first and only fatal AWACS crash in Air Force history,
These are the folks that died that day.
is never very far from their minds.
For me, for the most part, I do actually think about that every sortie, if not almost every day.
And the crash itself is ingrained in every young E-3 AWACS pilot. They actually fly the exact Yukla 27 mission, complete with the loss of engines, while they're in training.
And it's a simulator, it's not real. But you could, when the plane comes to a stop and the screen goes red because you crashed the simulator, it gets pretty quiet in that sim and it makes it real, even though it's completely fake, but it makes it real.
It's a practice in looking back for a unit that spends most of its time looking forward, flying high over a battlefield to control U.S. fighter jets and to spot adversaries.
This is real. You have the lives of not only yourself, but your crew members in your hands, so you want to make sure that you know your stuff.
On September 22nd, the unit and surviving family members of Yukla 27 will come together to remember the crash and the fallen. But they will also be there to celebrate their sacrifice.
We wanted to show that there's life after this and that we've moved on and we've grown and we've learned from it.